everybody. I doth returneth with bearing treats of Lolita-ness. Um, I got some really quick good news. This is a very old Metamorphosis Tempty Phil JSK that I could not squeeze myself into. I actually, while the bust, because it has shirring, while the bust is just what it is, the rest of this fits pretty fucking well. So I am quite proud of myself. I'm not exactly certain how much weight I've lost, but hey, if it's enough to get into this, like I said, the bust is what it's going to be, because that's just, I'm just chesty LaRue, busty St. Clair, hootie McBoob, nipple St. Licks, whatever you would call it. I'm just chesty. So that's just going to be a part of the equation. But the rest of me has gotten a little bit thinner, so I can fit into this JSK that I haven't worn in 1,000 years. Like I said, it's considered an old school dress. It wasn't old school when I purchased it, but that's not what this is about. But this is a Lolita vlog, so I wanted to talk about a couple things really quick, starting out the new year. One of the things that I wanted to discuss was the disillusionment of Victorian Maiden. Now, I have kept my eye on Victorian Maiden, as y'all know, for the last couple months. And when I heard that they were shutting down, I was heartbroken, because Victorian, as you all know, I've been into Lolita since 2002. That's a long ass time to be a part of one fashion. So to see one of the oldest brands call it quits, I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, Lolita is dying and da da da. And that's been more competently covered by other people, more, adept at speaking than I am. I'm not going to say that that's the heralding cry for Lolita finally folding. I told you, the moment that Baby the Star Shine Bright and or Angelic Pretty shut down, that's when we all packing up our bloomers and walking the fuck home. Until that moment arises, Lolita's probably more than likely not going anywhere. As I have stated before, it just means you're going to change probably your style, because Victorian Maiden was pretty much for the classic Lolita set, and that's a very niche market. It's in fact, it's so super niche now that it's like almost non-existent, which kind of is sad, because I am at my core a classic Lolita. I don't really like stuff that's like the over the top sweet. One, I'm just too fucking old for it, and two, I just don't feel comfortable in that style. It's not me. I like super cute, but that's just going a bridge too over the top. Is going a bridge too far for me. And I know there's not a lot of over the top going on anymore, but a lot of the prints are like Mondo fruity, and I can't do. I like Lolita is fruity enough. I don't need like all this extra fruit in my fruity. So I can't deal with it. So to see Victorian Maiden packing up their bloomers is just sad. Because honestly, they spoke to me as a classic Lolita. So this really only affects you if you are indeed a classic Lolita. If you are not a classic Lolita, this does not change anything about your day. You can go about your day, skipping around in your dress, and just keep it moving. Those classic Lolitas, this is a sad, need to be having black armbands on this kind of day where we're just like, fuck me with a rusty dildo. This is just not going well. So they're folding, they're closing their doors. It was said that Mary Magdalen might be closing too. They were another classic brand. Honestly, I don't know how anybody fucking ordered anything from Mary Magdalen. The only place I can see getting stuff from Mary Magdalen was from Closet Child. When I went to Japan, they had a lot of Mary Magdalen stuff, and their stuff is fucking next level beautiful. It was stuff that when I looked at it, I was like, I wish I could fit into this, because this is just beyond beautiful. Now, I don't know. I haven't seen any confirmation that Mary Magdalen was shuttering their doors. But I honestly don't know how anybody ever ordered from them, because I went on their site like in early December. I had gone to their site just to see if they were still producing anything. And every time I go to their site, for as long as I've known about Mary Magdalene, it's always, all their stuff is always sold out. Like, you can't even get a reservation for a lot of their stuff, because I think they do very small scale operations, very, like, maybe possibly maybe only like 50 dresses a season, or whatever, how they come out with their outfits. So every time I've ever gone on Mary Magdalene sites on reservation day one, the shit was gone. So I don't have a confirmation, but they were another, they are or were another provider of classic dress. I think the only classic people left are Innocent World. They're like the only classic Lolita game in town anymore, and they do a lot of prints, because that's just what people are into right now. They're into the prints. They're not really into, which is probably a bad thing, not into, because Victorian Maiden, and same thing for Mary Magdalen, they were known for structure of dresses. They were known for high quality garments, which I'm not saying the other Lolita brands, Japanese Lolita brands, aren't into high quality stuff, but that was pretty much what they were known for, like structure, the kind of the way the outfit, the garment was made. And I'm so sad. That's like tissue stuff. I'm gonna miss them, especially gonna miss Victoria Maiden. Me and Victoria Maiden had a falling out, like when they came out their flamingo dress, but I started following them again, and now it's just gone, and we are going to miss them. I have to play taps for them at some point. Don't die on me, man. Oh, screw it. Fuck. Oh, well. Alright, so now that that's said, we're just starting off the year with sad news. Alright, so I have been trying to find an easy way, moving on to my next topic, to tap dance around my next topic. And I still haven't figured out a viable way to tap dance around this topic. So, we're just going to call this segment Legally Lolita Part 2. So, without naming names, persons, places, and situations, we are going to discuss libel suits and cease and desist letters. I know a lot of you probably already know what this is revolving, but again, without naming persons, places, or situations, we're just going to discuss libel suits and cease and desist letters. So this is my way of tap dancing around this situation, whilst disseminating information, whilst not throwing gasoline on a controversy that's already a raging nightmare dumpster fire that took out like half a block. So, okay. So, remember back in Legally Lolita Part 1 where I said if you ever find yourself in a situation where someone has taken your image and wrongfully taken your image, placed it on a website that is a known sexually contented website, that you can contact a lawyer and they can contact those people and offer a cease and desist letter. Yes, you can do that. However, if the person who receives said cease and desist letter, they have one of two options open to them. One of which is not ignore the said cease and desist letter. The first thing you're supposed to do if you are ever issued a cease and desist letter is to contact a lawyer. I would like to formally state at this point, Achan is not a lawyer. Achan is just somebody that when they hear about something and they don't quite understand it, likes to understand those topics to be of some help or assistance to somebody who might need that help. My advice is if you ever get a cease and desist letter, you contact a lawyer. I can contact my lawyer, but I can't contact my lawyer about somebody else's situation. It doesn't work that way. I can only contact a lawyer about my own situation and my own legal rights or whatever. So basically, in a cease and desist letter, the person, you can ask the person, let's just stick with your images on a porno website, to take that photo down and issue an apology, and or you can sue. So your lawyer will advise, their lawyer, I should say, the people who placed your image on this porno website, their lawyer should advise them to do either take the picture down and make said formal apology, or take their chances in court. So, you don't have to do that. In that case, if you have knowingly placed somebody's image on a sexually salacious website without their consent or knowledge, you have to take it down, and they do have the right to sue you, and they will probably win because you are completely in the wrong. So, the cease and desist, oh God, this tap dancing around this is difficult. Shit, how am I going to do this? Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. Another way somebody can issue a cease and desist letter is for a libel suit. Now, a libel suit is a piece of legal ease, or not legal ease, but it's like a case where basically somebody feels as though somebody else, another party, is telling falsehoods, lies, and just blatant, just nonsense about them. And it's destroying their public persona. I.e., let's just say somebody came out against me and said that I ran chocolatehorrors.com and I was naked on chocolatehorrors.com. Let's just use that as an example. So, I do not run chocolatehorrors.com. I am not on chocolatehorrors.com. So anybody that says that I am on that, I can send my lawyer to send them a cease and desist and stop saying, hey, motherfucker, without saying motherfucker, but hey, motherfucker, I am not on chocolatehorrors.com. I do not own the website chocolatehorrors.com. You will take that down, you will take that back, and you will issue an apology, or I will sue your ass for defaming my good name and making me seem like I'm on chocolatehorrors.com. So, you can say that I'm on chocolatehorrors.com, just not publicly, because I'm not on that site, I don't run it. So I could sue them and I would have all the proof saying, hey, I don't own that website. My photos, if they're on that website, I did not place them there. And as long as I have the evidence to back that up, then ta-da! My name can be cleared, they can be tarnished, and the chips will fall where they're going to fall. So, tap dance. I can feel the taps in my head, like, how are we going to tap dance around this? So, damn it. This is hard because I want to say so badly. So, let's just say your place, unless the information that is said about you is false. From what I understand from reading, libel suits are, somebody had, in fact, 2 websites had said this that I looked into. Out of the 5 websites I looked into, 2 of them blatantly said libel suits are very defendant friendly, meaning the person who is being sued has more rights than the person doing the actual suing. One website that I said is the onus or the responsibility of proving that what is said about you were falsehoods and lies is actually on the person that bought the lawsuit to start with. And in some cases, I don't know if that's going to help them untarnish their name. So, I don't know. But I just wanted to put this information out here. I am so sorry. I just completely fucking tangled the shit tap danced around that whole scenario. But I really wanted to put that information out there because when you're young and you're somebody suing you, it just probably seems like the most horrific thing in the world. The other thing I can say too with this is there are a lot of resources that you can go to as a content creator, as a single individual, as even a young person, that you can go to so you don't feel bullied or backed into a corner by lawyers and legal jargon and just utter nonsense. I was reading, one of the things you can do is you can try to find a lawyer who will take your case pro bono. Pro bono just means, not just make it sound like you all are dumb, but I just want to explain it so everybody understands and everybody's on the same page. But pro bono means they'll take your case without you having to come out of pocket for it. My husband has a legal service called ARAG. His job pays for legal, if you need legal representation, hence why I have a civil attorney on retainer. So we pay, his job pays for that service for us to have. If ever there's a problem and I get issued a cease and desist letter, I just go straight to my lawyer, and that's the service that my husband's job prepays for. So he has prepaid legal service. So I have that situation. There's some cities, like some major cities, they have legal, I forget what it was called, but some kind of legal thing for, especially for internet law, that people can go to, because internet law is new and it's tricky and not a lot of people are up to it. I mean, like up to date on it. So check out the Digital Millennium Act. That should have some excellent information, especially if you are a YouTube or any other kind of content creator. So you can have legal recourse. And if ever someone is slapped you with any kind of legal, just find a lawyer to talk to. A lot of lawyers will take a consultation for free. So just see what's out there. I know some people live in big cities, some people live in small towns. You just got to see what's out there and what people are willing to do for you, and plead your case. Say, hey, I'm like a small time whatever, and I got slapped with this thing or that thing, and it's not right, and I want to fight it. Don't ever feel as though, I mean, I know people give lawyers a lot of shit and say that they're just sleazy people, but if you need them, they're there. Take advantage of that. Don't let somebody, especially if you know you are in the right, don't let people bully you into bullshit, basically. Oh, this has been hard to tap dance around this one, but I just wanted to put that out there. So, and I know you all know what I'm talking about. So, but like I said, without using names, places, persons, whatever, I tap dance the shit out of this. So I just wanted to get that out there. So if ever this situation arises again, or said parties need legal advice, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just saying, there's your legal advice for as much as I can provide for you. So that is all I have for today. And god damn, that was difficult. My brain feels like it's going to explode. Remember last year when I read all that stuff about Japanese people and how, like, what Lolita meant in the Japanese context? That's how my brain feels right now, that I just gave birth to like a lawyer. So I'm not a lawyer though, just giving you information. So if you need advice or something, I can give it to you. I can point you in the direction and stuff, but I'm not a lawyer. I can't take a case. I ain't take the bar or anything. That's like the test you take to be a lawyer. So that's all I have, and I will see you guys next time with hopefully less cryptic nonsense. So later.